everybody and welcome to this edition of a late night screen review. And tonight we're discussing Cocaine Bear. Mountain.
The pilots know where to drop our load. And then we just go and get it.
Where's the duffel? No, don't eat that, don't eat that.
Let's see what kind of effect that has on it.
The bear. It did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
Can someone do something?
What is that?
Beth, we should go.
Frida! What's wrong with that bear?
Never come down.
We have such good luck in nature.
Sorry, it's just talcum powder. So yeah, we're looking at Elizabeth Banks's Cocaine Bear. Last night we went out to see this film on a late night showing. I think it was the last showing of the night in our local cinema just down the road in Nottingham, the Savoy. So if you're near Nottingham and you've never been to the Savoy cinema, check it out. It's awesome. So we went there and we didn't really know what to expect from this movie. I've tried to shied away from all the the adverts and the trailers and things like that and all the hype, but obviously you still hear things. Like if you have any presence on the internet at all, you're going to hear things about movies. It's just not possible anymore to kind of ignore that sort of stuff. So what is Cocaine Bear about? Well, just like it says on the tin, the story takes place in America, obviously, and it's about a drug dealer who's flying over a national park somewhere in America. I don't know where. And he's kind of bailing out, as we open the film, he's bailing out all these bags and bags of cocaine, and then he himself jumps out because he's trying to get out of a drug deal. He's trying to kind of backtrack on a deal. And we find out that he eventually just... the parachute doesn't open, unfortunately, for this guy, and he smashes down onto the ground, obviously dead, surrounded by cocaine, and the kind of local townsfolk kind of find him, and the police find him and whatnot, and they start on a kind of search for the rest of this cocaine, because it's known that this cocaine has come from a big cocaine deal, or this big kind of cocaine bust. So there's bags and bags of this cocaine lying all over this national forest. Obviously, unbeknownst to anybody else, who was the first to find the cocaine stash but a big black 500-pound bear? And this thing is huge. Obviously completely CGI as well, but that beside the point. So we have like some townspeople, we have like a local sheriff, we have a park ranger, we have a mother with 2 kids, we have a couple of drug dealers that are trying to find these bags of cocaine, trying to recover them so they can complete the deal later on, and a host of other characters that are basically just fodder for this giant bear to come along and just rip to absolute pieces. And that's basically the story of the film. It's exactly what it says on the tin. And, well, what did I think of the movie? I absolutely love this film. I won't lie. It was an absolute blast to go see. Having said that, however, a bit of recommendation for anybody that is going to go to see this movie. I wouldn't go on a weekend night, late night kind of showing where a bunch of young people are going. We did that. Me and my girlfriend, we went the other night, and it was the late night showing. And it was a bunch of young people. It was a packed cinema. And unfortunately for us, that meant constant talking, constant screaming and shouting, packets of crisps and sweets being open, like, all the way through the film for some reason. I sound really old right now, don't I? And also people with their phones out pretty much 24/7. Again, I'm not being ageist here, but there's something about the younger youth culture that they don't really know how to watch movies at the cinema anymore. At least that's my kind of experience. When I go to the cinema and the theatre, I'd much always go on a kind of earlier showing where there's not going to be as many kind of people there. Because, like I say, it just seems to be really an issue with people and not being able to be respectful of others. I don't know. Anyway, that's just my experience. It just shows my age, really. But that being said, even through all that noise and distraction, me and my girlfriend, we still absolutely rode this film like a pony. It's got all the gore. Like I say, it's basically all the characters, the town, the setting, the national forest. It's all just a big kind of framework for the conceit of a cocaine-fueled addicted bear going on a rampage and mauling people to death. This film's labelled as like an action thriller, which is really bizarre to me because it's really just more of a horror comedy. The horror's obviously in this monster bear roaming around high on cocaine, looking for more drugs, and when anybody gets in his way, he rips them to absolute shreds. All the deaths are really memorable, they're all really funny, and thought, you know, they're thought out, they're a bit more interesting. It's not just kind of a limb here, a limb there, and that's it. There's a lot more to it than that. So the deaths are really inventive, the comedy's on point. There are some like thriller dramatic moments that are really on point. There's some little kind of heartfelt kind of moments as well that are also on point. Not every character's written like an absolute dick, basically, because what you also find in these kinds of movies, these kind of B-movie type things, is that they like to write every character as unpleasant and unlikable. But in this film, there's actually quite a few characters that are likable, even somewhat layered, I dare say. So there's actually more to this film than you might, you know, at first believe with a title like Cocaine Bear. Having said that, anytime you want to think about this film at all, or sort of something that's happening, you go, hold on, why is that happening there? Because surely that would be here. And once you start going down that path, what you have to do is slam the brakes on and go, I'm watching a film called Cocaine Bear, and I maybe just need to chill out a little bit, because I can't shut my brain off, and I'm always asking those questions. But it's called Cocaine Bear, and that's exactly what happens in the movie, and there's not really a lot more to it. It's a great ride, it's a lot of fun, there's great deaths and gore, there's great comedy sequences. It, again, plot-wise, story arcs, character arcs, there's not a lot going on there, but there is a little bit. But it's just a fun-fueled ride. And you can either go to a film called Cocaine Bear and enjoy that, or you really shouldn't go watch it at all. And that's basically my review. I personally highly recommend this movie. It's great fun. It's called Cocaine Bear, and this is just Johnson's talcum powder, I promise. So, that's it for this review. Obviously, go watch Cocaine Bear. It's a great film, except unless you go watch it with a bunch of young people, then it's not so good. But if you're not old like me, you're going to really enjoy this movie regardless, because I did. I managed to do it. I'm actually thinking about going to see it for a second time, and that's high praise coming from me. But until next week, guys, stay scared and stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.